right, Deontay with Deontay's reviews. So I wanted to catch up on the 11:30 skit from last night, and Mama Brenda tells Amber not to let the devil creep in. Who is she referring to? Let's watch.
I'm so tired. I don't overstay my welcome. No. I'm just tired. It's been a long day, like super long. So I apologize. No, you ain't got to do that. What happened today? I know I came in at part of the day, but what happened before I got here? I wasn't gonna tell you this because I just don't want you worried about me and Anthony. But we had a therapy session earlier, and I told the therapist that Anthony asked me out on a date, and she said that the root of our problems and the problems in our relationship is the thorn named Wayne. Wait a minute, hold up, thorn. Yeah. You talking about that sticky thing? You know, thorn in your side, that whole analogy. So what you really saying, the root of the problem is the devil. Keep it with me, you gotta make it black and white. I get confused with all the modern day words. I don't think she was calling Wayne the devil. I mean, she was just saying he was the root of the issues. But you think Wayne is the devil? I ain't giving the devil nobody's name. But what I do know is when I hear you talk, I hear him. And when I hear him, I know he's a liar, he's a thief, and he's treacherous. And don't let him back in here. I'm just saying that. Wait, so you hear the devil in me? No, I'm just hearing the devil he's in the atmosphere. And I want you to be able to have discernment. That's why I tell you, Amber, I said stay in the word of God. Because God makes his word black and white. So we won't get confused. Because sometimes you'll be sitting right there. I don't know whether he's sitting beside him, close to him, but he'll be right there. And you know he can work through anybody. But if you know the word of God, he gonna do something. He gonna wag his tail. He gonna identify himself. I know what I'm talking about. Hold on a minute.
So that's confusing because she didn't really say if Wayne was the devil or not, but it kind of sounded like she was saying that Wayne was the devil. See, this is part of Amber's problem. Like, it gets too confusing. Things get too confusing for her because, if anything, in my opinion, I don't think Wayne is the issue because Wayne ain't pushing up on her. Wayne ain't even trying to get involved with her in a socially kind of way. His only involvement with Amber is through business. And so, I don't know, like, what if there's anybody acting like the devil, is Anthony. Like, the tendencies, the traits. So I guess Mama Brenda is trying to refrain from using names. But if we looking at this situation objectively, knowing all that we know as viewers, the only one that's being manipulative, calculating, conniving, and lying the way that they are, or withholding information, is Anthony. But the problem is Amber is now even more confused than she was before the skit even started. That's the only problem.
All right. You want these cookies? Oh, no, you can have those. I'm busy on the diet. Okay, you ain't home. No. All right, but come on, walk me out to the door. And you know, I do not like you taking Ubers. It's like, I know you don't want to drive this way, but I don't think it's safe to be taking Ubers. I got the same Uber driver every time I need somebody to pick me up. Oh, so you call the same person? Same person. Oh, okay. I be trying to help him out. Well, at least you know. Yeah, I know. Because you know I would help you and take you home. No, you ain't got to do that because one thing about it, I'm going to get there safe, but I'm just telling you, keep your house safe. You don't forget what I said. Don't let him ride. Because I declare. Yeah, one day. Walk into that thing. Excuse me, that's up. Oh, that mercy. You good. Okay, I love you. I love you too, baby. Oh, this smells so good. Oh, thank you. Let me out there. Now you can't walk me out the door. Okay. I'm coming, y'all. All right. I'll see you later. All right. Be careful. Let me know when you made it home.
What's she gonna say before I cut this off? Nothing. Okay, so whoever wrote this, they could have just made the skit a little bit more clear for Amber. Like, the last thing we need is for Amber to be even more confused than she already is. And I just feel like this just brought more confusion and more of a gray area. But my advice to Amber would be, out of everything Mama Brenda said, take the meat, throw away the bone. The big picture in this conversation, she probably shouldn't get into the details, the nitty gritty of everything she was saying, but big picture, she should take from this that the enemy is on the prowl as it relates to her in this whole situation. And she has to really, really, really be mindful of who and what she decides to entertain. In my opinion, she needs to not entertain Anthony as much as she has been, because the more she entertains him, the more confusion she brings upon herself in this whole situation. What she needs right now is to be in a place of solitude. See, when you're going through a divorce, when you're going through separation, all that stuff, you need to be in a place of solitude so you can hear God and see what you need to see, so that you can make the right decisions moving forward as it relates to the whole situation. And because Amber has been trying to get advice from everybody, get everybody's input, all it does is just continues to cloud her judgment on everything. But objectively looking at everything, I don't think Wayne is the problem. Anthony is, and his counselor is. And one of the things that was interesting was she said she went to therapy with Anthony, to Mama Brenda, and Mama Brenda's look on her face did not give a look of approval. Now, had this been months ago and Mama Brenda found out they was going to counseling, she probably would have been like, okay, that's good. But it seems like Mama Brenda has the body language that says she's not too happy that she's going to this therapy with Anthony. Maybe she's heard some things in terms of how Anthony has been acting and how this has been taking a toll on Amber. And she's saying without saying she's not a fan of her and Anthony getting back together. But I don't know. She hasn't flat out said it. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about this skit, because I just felt like it brought more confusion to Amber. But, let me know what y'all thinking.